Well, hello and welcome to our Chapter 9 video lecture. In Chapter 9, we're going to use source documents to record transactions for the month of February. So, you ready? So, let's take a look at our data metrics shown on page 447. We want to go down to the section where it shows our invoices. So, let's get to the invoices. Here they are. I'm going to click on those invoices to do a deeper dive into the actual invoices. And so the amount shown that's owed should be $1,615.87. If you look at your status column, which is here, it is showing the due date for the various invoices, also shown on page 447. I see that last transaction I have due on 2/29. They have due on March the 1st. But guess what? I'm not going to change it. Alrighty. Next on page 448, they're showing a few other reports that we haven't really looked at as much in the past. We'll take a look at our customer balance detail report. So I'll click on my reports tab. I'm going to find my customer balance detail report. Here it is. And if you haven't selected already, I did it already. In the reporting period, choose all dates. So this will show the customer detail report. It shows the client that owe us money, the due date, etc. And again, that total should be $1,615.87. Now, that's who owes us, but who do we owe? Well, let's see. Click on your cash flow. We haven't used this a whole lot. And then go to your overview. Again, click on your cash flow, then go to your overview. Now, this is showing the actual banks that you could set up into your QuickBooks account, but that's not our focus. We're going to take a look not at the money in transactions, but the money out transactions. In the right-hand corner, click on View Reports and then click on Unpaid Bills. And for the report periods, choose all dates to see all our bills and then run that report. Okay. And according to the unpaid bills reports, we have total bills that should total $3,500. This is showing who the bills are belongs to and the due dates. Now the dates may be a little different because we're using 2024 dates for these transactions, but the total should equal $3,500. On page 450, they gave us a trial balance to do a comparison. I'll click on the reports tab, and this time we're going to do a trial balance. And the trial balance should be as of 1/31 of 2024. That's our trial balance date. Let's run that report. And the total of your debit and credit column should equal $85,500.05. Again, if you don't want to show those accounts with a zero balance, if you go to your active row active columns, you can click non-zero, and now any account with a zero balance will not show up on the actual trial balance. Also, if you remember from our chapter 8 video lecture, my utility expense and telephone expense accounts did not have the correct balance due to me putting one utility expense that should have been telephone expense. So I did a journal entry to get the balances to be corrected. I was going to change the actual check, but that was going to impact my bank rec. So I did a journal entry. So now each account is showing its correct balance. Okay? All righty. Next, we're going to do some sales transactions beginning on page 451. We have three different credit card transactions, and all three of those are going to be sales receipts transactions. So by now, we should know how to do these transactions, but we'll do them anyway. So you click on plus new. We'll go to our sales receipts. I'm going to do the credit sales. The sales date would be the 2nd of February. That's your sales date. The client is paying us by credit card and they're using their American Express, which is already set up. The American Express on the products, it'll be data storage. Quantity is going to be 15 hours or 15 data storages. Next item will be a computer. Quantity going to be 1. So the total invoice amount, including sales tax, should equal $1,538.45. We'll do a save and new to record our next transaction. Again, another sales receipt. I'm going to choose credit sales. My date is still 2/2. Receipt number 1047. This time, this client's paying us with a MasterCard. So the payment method is going to be MasterCard. The product would be the network products. Quantity is going to be 7. The next item would be the web server. That quantity is going to be 2. So once you add in the appropriate amount of sales tax, total invoice amount $1,220.15. So we're going to click on Save and New and turn to page 484 to record our next sales receipt. Okay. So once again, credit sales. The date will be 2/2. Receipt number 1048. This client is paying us with a Visa credit card. So we'll choose Visa. The product service is going to be computer. Quantity is going to be 1. The next item will be the network products. That quantity is going to be 6. The total invoice amount, including your sales tax, should equal $1,379.30. Okay, so that's going to be our last sales transaction. So this time we're going to click on Save and Close. We are going to record some transactions on page 455. We're now going to write some checks. So they give us a check balance. I'm going to go to my chart of account just to make sure that my check balance matches what they're showing on page 455. And it does. That balance is $53,113.10. We're now going to write some checks and use the ATM for one of those transactions. So again, I'll go to my expenses, and when it comes up, I'm going to go to my new transaction tab and click on check. Okay, so our first check date or first payee will be office suppliers. There they are. Payment date is going to be 2/5. Check number is 1085. And the amount should be $91.20. Okay, $91.20. We're going to do some more checks. So I'm going to click on Save and New. And for my next check, it would be for Moss Advertising is my payee. We're still on 2/5, check number 1086. The amount this time would be $150. Okay. So again, I'll click on Save and New. Next up, we're going to have Western Telephone. And I got to check that this might be where I messed up the last time with the utility expense. So I'll double check on that. Western Telephone. That date is going to be 2/5. Check number 1087. And the amount is $7.19. And my agent is calling me. Hold on one second. Hello, agent. I'm doing a video lecture. I'm going to call you back. Okay? Bye bye. Okay, I took care of that. 7619 for that one. That was 2/5/1087. So we're good that. I'll click on Save and New. For my next one, we're going to pay cellular service. Check number 1088 for 8213 on 2/5. But see how I have utility expense? I'm going to change that to telephone expense. So the next time this vendor comes up, it'll go to telephone expense instead of utility expense. That's where I had the food paw last time. So 8213 for cellular service. All right, that's good. So I'll click on Save and New. Next on check number 1089, we have Journal of Accounting. I don't remember adding that vendor. Oh, maybe I did. Okay. Journal of Accounting. That's 1089. That amount is going to be for $75. Did anything come up? Nope. I'm going to assume this is for dues and subscription. And see, this is where we get in trouble. They didn't really tell us. But because this is a journal of accounting, I'm going to choose dues and subscriptions for this one. And that amount is going to be $75. Now, once you put in the first time, when this vendor comes up again, it'll pull up that account expense automatically. We have a few more, so I'll click on Save and New. Next, we have SPR Gas. SPR Gas. There they go. And we're on check number 1090. The amount will be $195.89. Okay. Save and New. Next up, we have Village Restaurant, but this time we use the ATM. So for Village Restaurant, that date is going to be 2/7. But again, we didn't use the check this time. This time we used the ATM. So let's see. Do I have an option of using the ATM on here as the payment category? So it's not a check number. So we don't want to use a check number. Can I put in ATM? Let me figure out this ATM portion and I'll be right back. Stay tuned.